Hey Lobos, Ben Johnson here to show you how to get started with Google Classroom if you're not familiar with it, and a few tips and tricks. First of all, go ahead and open up the Chrome browser. That's going to be the best browser for using Google Classroom. And then to get to Classroom, you're just going to simply type in classroom.google.com, press enter. Now I'm already logged in, so you can see my picture here. If you're not yet logged in, you'll need to log into your Google Drive. Make sure that you're using your school account, not your personal Gmail. And the first time you do this, you may have to select whether you're a teacher or student. Make sure that you select that you're a teacher. If you accidentally click on student, then you're probably going to have to call help desk and have them change you to a teacher. So once you get started, you'll see a screen slightly different than mine because I already have all these classes, but you should see a plus sign somewhere on that screen, and that's create or join a class. And so you're going to go ahead and click on the plus sign wherever it shows up on your screen, and you're going to create a class. And it's up to you. You could make a class for each period, which is probably what I'd recommend, but if you teach the same prep throughout the day, it's possible for you just to make one class. So I'm just going to call this one, let's see, test class 1, P1, test class P1. You could put a section, subject, room, of course, is not relevant right now, but you'll just hit create. And it will take just a second. It'll make your new class. This is going to be largely the easiest way for you to get your materials up online. So a few things that you should note is that this has a class code, and I'll just display it larger, but what you're going to need to do is ultimately send this out to your students using the communication tool from the gradebook. You'll tell students to go to classroom.google.com and hit that plus button and join a class using this code. So you'll give the class this code, and that's how they'll add themselves to your class. Okay, you can just copy and paste that into the email that you send. This one has a football on it for some reason. Unless you're a PE teacher, you'll probably want to change that. So I'll select a different theme, and lots of nice themes for you to choose from. Just go ahead and pick one that you like and change that. Now, the first thing that you'll want to do is go to this Classwork tab at the top, and you're going to want to create something, probably material to start with, and you might just call it syllabus. And you could type a description for your syllabus, whatever it is that you want. If you have your syllabus as a document already, you can just go ahead and hit this add button, and hopefully you've got access to the server. Hopefully you've got the file on your Google Drive, even better. And so you would just go ahead and hit add Google Drive, and it's going to show you files that you've recently worked on. You can also search for things like syllabus if you know you have it in your drive. So once I find my syllabus, I'll just go ahead and add that to my class. And I might up here in the description tell students what it is that they're going to do. And finally, I'm just going to go ahead and choose a topic, which right now there are no topics, so I'll just create a topic, and I might just call this Getting Started, or you could call it Syllabus, whatever you want. And I'll make it available for all students, and I'll just go ahead and post that here. Just note that if you have other classes that you've made, you could go ahead and check and add that to all of those classes at once, but in this example, I'll just go ahead and hit post. All right, and that's my first classwork. It's in my getting started. I could add additional items here if I want to. Maybe I have a quiz I want students to take with a Google form or something, I could add that here. As the semester goes on, you'll need to create more items, and maybe this one might be an assignment, so I'll just go ahead and click an assignment. And make sure that you name your things in a way that students will understand. So I'll just do this Unit 1, Astronomy worksheet, so that I can reference that in the email. Here I would type instructions, and again I would go ahead and hit this Add button. And if I've already got the worksheet on the school server, I could add that file, or hopefully go to the Google Drive and add the file from there. I can add YouTube videos, links out to websites. There's no need for you guys to reinvent the wheel on this. Excellent stuff out on YouTube, excellent websites. So if you're feeling overwhelmed, use things that are already pre-made. But I'll just go to Google Drive and just going to search for worksheet, see if I have anything named worksheet. All right, so I'm just going to go ahead and add this worksheet. Students can view file. You might want to change that to make a copy for each student, so that it's basically a worksheet for each student to do there. All right, and then on the topic here, I really want to emphasize that you create topics for all of these things, and so I'll just call this Unit 1, and that's where I would put all my Unit 1 things. You know, you can knock yourself out and add rubrics and that sort of thing, but really beyond the scope of this tutorial, you can change the points here. You probably should go ahead and put a due date on these things, otherwise students will just procrastinate. So I might make it due on, say, Monday at 11:59 p.m. Okay, and then I'll just go ahead and assign this. And basically you'll just, well, it looks like I don't have permission on that file, so let's add a different one. That must have been something that somebody shared with me, so we'll just look for a different worksheet. And hopefully this one is one that I can use. And again, I'll just change this to make a copy for each student. All this information is correct. And then the instructions here are going to be really important, because of course you won't be able to give those instructions face to face, so I would spend a few minutes to fill that out, and then just hit assign. And this was my worksheet, so I didn't get that error. Anyways, as you work through the semester, you'll largely just repeat the steps that I just presented. I think the main thing is just to name things so that students will understand them, organize them with the topics that I just mentioned. If you add something and you forget to put it in a topic, so I'll do that right now. I'll create something and I'll call this Unit 2 Astronomy worksheet, and I'll add something here for my Google Drive. And again, I'll make a copy for each student. I'm going to forget to put a topic on this one just for the demo, and I'll hit assign. And what you're going to see is it's just sort of floating out there in space. So if that happens, you can just click these three dots and edit that. And then you can just go ahead and make a topic for it. So I'll create a topic. Unit 2, and then resave. Okay. All right, and then depending on the student's notification settings, they'll get notifications as you add these things. If they've opted out of notifications, it wouldn't hurt to go ahead and go to the gradebook and send students an email once a week to remind them to go look at these things. As students do these worksheets and assignments that you've posted, they're going to go ahead and they'll come in to both people and grades, and you'll be able to pick those up and grade those. But really the purpose of this recording is just to show you how to get started. I'll make some additional recordings to show you how to grade and look through these assignments. So hope that helps. I'll get this posted so you can check it out. Thanks, Lobos.